Alright guys, so we have arrived. I've not told you where we are though, any idea?
A bit of a mystery, but it's very impressive, looks very important.
It's very important, yeah, you're absolutely right, because this is kind of where communism began. In China at least, anyway. So this is where the first meeting of communism was, and it was actually illegal at the time. It was a secret meeting in these very grounds. So we're going to explore, because I think communism is kind of like a mystery, right? Maybe to you guys as well. I don't know, for example, Mum, I don't know, how would you define communism? What is kind of communism for you?
I would say equal salaries and no privatisation.
Okay, it's like the classical Marxism and all about no classes, no privatisation as well. But you can see all around, look at all of these like buildings, companies. So kind of Chinese communism is very different to the classical Marxism and also very different to the communism under the Soviet Union. So it's kind of a blend of capitalism and traditional communism. Anyway, yeah, we'll look inside, but that's the key thing. Not many people know what Chinese communism is. And absolutely, you can have your own company here. I'm hoping to do that in a few years when I graduate, set up my own medical company. But the key thing is, I can't dominate the medical industry. So there can be privatization, it's just maybe guided. The industries are guided by the state. Whereas in America, you've got Elon Musk, I guess he's controlling a lot of sectors now, like the EV industry, because there's a lot of sanctions on Chinese EVs, so it's only Tesla really in the US. You've got space travel now, and you also have social media. In the coming months to the election, he's a big Trump supporter, Elon Musk, and he's deciding what information people can see. I don't know, with all that power, is that kind of acceptable? Because no one voted for Elon Musk, but in a way, he's got kind of the control of the president of the US in many ways. But I think like one of the main things though about communism, Chinese communism, the goal is so everyone has economic freedom, everyone has access to healthcare, education and housing, these kind of things. In like rural China, a lot of people, they have that access. So they are given the lands for free and they can build their own houses. And so maybe they'll have a very low salary compared to other countries like the US, but they don't have to worry about housing costs. And there's also a very famous saying, I really like this one, and that is, it doesn't matter whether a cat is black or white, as long as it catches mice. Okay, so it doesn't matter how the system operates, it doesn't matter how the economy works, as long as it's a good economy, as long as it's a good system. So look, I won't answer that question for you, you can think about it, and hopefully maybe you can learn a little bit more from this place now that we're going to. Right, so you have the statue of all these people now actually, so all of these, you see loads of people are taking photos. So these are the guys who had that very first meeting. I don't know, do you recognise anyone? Like, or for example, like, do you know, for example, any very famous communists at all?
Chairman Mao.
Yeah, okay, he's the most famous one. So he's the guy right in the middle. So he had that very first meeting here in Shanghai. What would you say your guys' perception was of communism in the West? Like, how is it perceived in the UK?
It's very negative, I mean, there's no doubt about it.
What, by who? Like your friends?
Yeah, everybody never have a good word to say,
Really?
Not very good at all.
I feel like in the media and stuff like that, in the news, right? But they say like communism is like, oh, it's always with bad news. But whatever, like if it's good news about China, maybe we say, oh, China did this. If it's bad, it's like, oh, communist China did this. But like, for example, for communism to be bad, then I guess China would have had to have been very good to begin with, and then put in a bad place because of communism. But actually, it wasn't really the case, right? Like how is
I'm not
before?
so sure, Luke, to be honest. We took Hong Kong from them.
Yeah.
We sold them drugs.
Yeah.
No, they had to put up with wars and invasions.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like loads of wars, loads of invasions. There's loads of poverty. So you can kind of like understand like now coming here, like why they had to have that change. There was also like protests as well by loads of students. So it wasn't like forced on them, like some people might think. It's what people actually wanted, because it just wasn't working, the system that they had. All right then, so end of the video. We are just leaving the place now. Yeah, so guys, I don't know, like overall impression, like what do you think about the place?
Very, very interesting, because I had no understanding of it at all, and now I think when you look back what they've been through and where they are now, it's just quite amazing.
All right, nice one, okay, cool. All right, so we'll end it there then, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye-bye. Wave, guys, wave.
Shanghai Haring.